Hello and welcome back, my skibbity sigmas. Are you feeling very alpha today? Are you feeling all cap, no facts, feeling in the zone? Now that I've died a little inside, I'll tell you what today's topic is. Like you can guess, we're talking all things internet, we're talking brain rot, we're talking the internet culture, we're talking all those words you've been hearing the kids say these days. So, strap in, and hopefully, by the end, you've learned something new. So, YouTube has been cracking down on AI content and has been enforcing stricter guidelines. I want to say that this would make me feel more confident in YouTube and think that the company is trying to be more rigorous and trying to protect creators and users on its platform. If YouTube had a better history. Honestly, YouTube hasn't had the best track record. I mean, you can look back to 2014 and 2017 to see how much YouTube cares about protecting children on its platforms. And honestly, the problem is detrimental to both creators as well as kids and just regular users on the platform. I mean, we can look back to 2017 to see how ElsaGate went, for those of you who don't remember or have blocked that out of your memory, because I would not blame you. I did as well. This is what led to the adpocalypse that so many creators on this platform had to struggle through and are still trying to deal with, is when so many kids' content went under the radar, because if you don't realize, kids' content makes the most on YouTube because it's so advertiser friendly that a lot of content was being pushed out to kids using your favorite character, Elsa, and Spider-Man. For some reason, in the most compromising of situations, that definitely wasn't appropriate for children. And the same thing is still happening now, except now it's with K-pop demon hunters. And a lot of this stuff is low effort. Now it's AI slop as well. So low effort content, AI content, a lot of times inappropriate. And all of these are being pushed through ads, being pushed through low effort videos onto kids, onto everyone. If you've seen your ads on YouTube, a lot of them are very chaotic and really questionable. And it's really making you wonder when the videos and standards for videos for creators are more rigorous than the advertisers. I mean, you can't curse in like the first 5 seconds of your YouTube video, but the ads I get on YouTube are asking me if there are singles in my area. Like, it's a little questionable. I never expected that from YouTube. I'm gonna be real. Other sites, maybe. So it's really adding a question of who is YouTube actually prioritizing and trying to protect? And are these standards really going to protect anyone, really? When especially these systems are going to be pushed on creators and are going to make it even harder for them to create. And it's not even like you're really going to get a good content review when you're being reviewed by AI. Basically, the content that they're reviewing isn't going to be reviewed by an actual person. I mean, try submitting a help ticket, try to get your video appealed, you'll get a response immediately. So it's pretty safe to guess who's actually going to be reviewing your content appeals. And it's led to the detriment of many creators, because if your video is a little too bright and a little too colorful, then it must be for children, even if you're talking about really dark and serious topics. And likewise, even if you put a giant, "This is not for kids," you're still going to be marked for kids. And it's not helping anyone. So I know that everyone is pushing for AI, but at the very least, there should be some checks and balances, because it's hurting both the users and the creators. And honestly, this same problem flows right into the gaming sphere. And kids are the ones always being put at risk. I mean, I'm going back. I was from the Pop Tropica days. I was from the cool math games, the Wizard 101s. Are they perfect? No. Was there a free chat? Also no. Is there ways of getting around it? Absolutely, because I did. I'm sorry. My sister had the older account. I knew how to get around the system. So that kind of tells you kids are gonna find ways of getting around safety measures already. Like, even with the most stringent measures, kids are gonna find ways around it, for starters, which is already something to worry about. But then the next thing to worry about is the fact that predators are going to be anywhere that kids are. It would be nice to say that we live in a perfect world where everyone wants to be upstanding citizens, but we don't. So the fact that games like Roblox are so inappropriate, but they're marketed towards kids is like astounding. Because my nephews, they love it. I don't know why. I can see why. It's colorful, it's bright. There's so many games. But whenever I sat down to play it, I was like, this is for kids? Like, first, whenever you're making like your Roblox, you're paying to win, paying to play. There are so many avatars, and so many of the avatars are inappropriate. You can play as literally anything. And I mean anything. Bikinis, you can wear literally practically nothing. And not to mention the types of games that are on the platform: condo simulators, romancing simulators. There literally is a pop the balloon game on there. Like, dating games are on there. I don't think my 5-year-old nephew cares about. I don't think he really needs that right now. I mean, I know he thinks he's like the hottest thing there is, but I don't think he needs to test that theory in Roblox, quite frankly. And I know everyone loves to talk about Roblox because they're under fire and being sued by multiple states. You know, free schlep. We all know about that. But like, seriously, we really need to think about this and talk about this, because it's not just Roblox. There are multiple platforms who are not prioritizing kids. And their response to it, and their response to the backlash of doubling down, really is just more representative of how companies view their audiences. They are not here to protect your kids. They're not here to protect children. They're here to get money. And you know what? Predators have wallets too. That is where they are thinking. Because their response being, let's have Face ID, and we'll use your picture to guess what your age is. Their response to predators being found on their platform. That's how we're protecting the kids. And they're not the only platform that does this and has decided that, oh, this is a great solution. It's not. It's gonna be hacked. Let's be real. How many data breaches there are? Like, it's gonna be hacked. And now multiple predators are going to have access to these kids' images and faces, as if we don't already know that, like, AI has been used to make images of children using their photos as if in compromising situations, as if we haven't already witnessed that this is a thing that's been happening. Now we're creating databases of children in compromising positions. Yeah. It's something to think about whenever we're having our kids on these platforms and whenever we're giving money to these platforms, because truly they have shown where their priorities are. So we should show where our priorities are too, with our spending and with our actions. Okay, I know this is hard for y'all. I know for like my more seasoned audience members, this brain rot thing is really confusing, and that's valid, okay? I didn't get it all either, but I'm also online a little too much, so now I understand more than I probably should. Brain rot is just like, it's not as bad as you think, or maybe, I don't know. It's what we're saying whenever it's like, wow, this is such mindless content that it is literally rotting our brains. It isn't always, it's like the content that's saying it. It's like, we don't always mean that like it's bad and terrible and that we actually feel like our brain is going to fall off. Like, we're kind of making fun of ourselves whenever we're saying it, okay? Like, this is mindless scrolling. And it's not new. It's just a new word. Like, this was literally in Oxford's 2024 word of the year. Like, We just have a name for it because like the memes that you like talk about in here now, we had our own. We had Vine. We had the avocado. Like we had these things before. Like so whenever we're talking about like, oh, these kids these days, I heard y'all saying a potato flew around your room, okay? Like, we had our own. We had our own things that we were making fun of. Like, I know how wild. It was on the news whenever someone said Charlie bit me. I heard literally a news segment about it. It's been around for a while. It's just we are very self aware of it now because content is coming out all the time. So, like, brain rot isn't new. And you know what? It's kind of interesting whenever you get into it because you know what? The kids don't know what they're saying. Like, let's be real. Whenever they're saying, like, this is Skibbity and Sigma, they don't actually know. They're just hearing it repeated online. Like, I've asked my nephews, like, what does that mean? They don't know. They don't really know. But, like, it is representative of the in groups that they are in, of, like, the people who are actually a part of it. And, like, it's not like the original content is bad. Like, see how much amazing digital circus content and like Skippity Toilet, not something I actually watched. It is an actual thing, not just a word. It was a series. So like these things came from actual like fandoms and topics. What the fast hacks or phase hacks? I'm sorry, I'm not part of that fandom. But like it came from actual things, like pretty much how most things develop. It was an actual thing. People were fans of it and now they made N words, and now they've been divorced from their meaning, and now they're just being dispersed. And you know what? We see the same thing in like the current way that we speak now. How many of y'all have been saying clock it, okay? Even though you've been using the wrong fingers, okay? Like clapping versus clocking is different. It's different. That's because you're using the words from an in group. It's being divorced from like the black ballroom culture that it came from. You just got the word from it and now you're using it. And it feels a little icky sometimes. It feels a little weird. Quite frankly, the one that's weirdest for me is people using unk. That's just like, unk was always like a term of respect for someone older. And now, whenever someone calls you unk, it just means that you're old. And it's like, that feels a little different for me. Like, times change, new words are developed. Sometimes these words are influenced by the algorithm, your new word of the day, algo speak. So, like when you hear people saying unalive or they say segs, it's because the algorithm says that we can't say these things or your video doesn't go out. So, like, it's just a response to the surroundings that you're in, is how language develops, what you're exposed to, what restrictions there are at that time. That's how language develops. It's not that bad. You can do it. There are guides. You will figure it out. It will be okay. And you know what? We all have like slang of our own generations, okay? Because like literally I struggle sometimes like talking to like my dad and my family, like I'll be like, "Yeah, that's lit." And they're like a candle? Like I'm like, "No, I mean like that's lit. You're doing great." It happens. And then it's just like, oh, and they'll be like, yeah, word. So like I got you. You can break it down. So you can never say that like all these newfangled words. You know what? You had your own old fangled words. It just changed over time, okay? Word became no cap. And we have for real, and now we have all facts. Like this, it happens. It happens, you know? Remember when people were wearing swag t-shirts? Yeah, I had a swag t-shirt. I didn't buy it. My mom did. I didn't want to wear that. But like swag was a thing. Before that is game. And then we had like drip. And now people are walking around saying that they're the Rizzler. Like, this is how language changes. It evolves. We move around. And like, I won't lie, the funny thing about like Gen Alpha to me is how like they combine these words where they're like, not only is like it's skibbity, but then it'll be like skibbity and sigma together. I'm like, I just feel like it's word puzzle blocks that are just like being put together. And it's like, this is so fun. And it's like you'll figure it out. Also, some of these aren't even that like hard to put together because we're like charisma. Just slice off half of the word and now you have Riz. So like the words, you can do it. There are online guides. You can figure out what your kid just said. And same for the kids. You can figure out what the heck your parents are saying. Like There is an equivalent to pretty much every slang word for every generation. It just changes a little bit. Just a little change. Okay, so I know y'all have like been repeating things. Like I know after scrolling through TikToks, I know some of those are sticking because they've been sticking for me and I've been struggling like for a while now. And this isn't a new thing. Like there actually is a term for this. And I know like you've been seeing like the playlists that are like, this is my vocal stem, which is a little bit problematic because like just because it's stuck in your head doesn't necessarily make it a vocal stem, you know? Like stimming is actually like a repetitive motion that's more so associated with like neurodivergent communities. You can just have something stuck in your head. Like that's the earworm effect. Like when you're like, oh yeah, I have an earworm. Like, oh my gosh, it's stuck in my head. Like that's not necessarily the same thing. You can just say that like something's stuck in your head. You don't need to title your playlist as like this is my stem playlist. Unless you actually have like stemming like that. I'm backing up. Okay. Like we can talk about it. We all have our thing, okay? And it makes sense because like TikTok is literally built to make you have things stuck in your head. It's literally part of it. It's the reason why TikToks are so short in the first place. It's literally called like the Zegner effect. I probably butchered it, but like you can figure it out. I gave you the map. You just gotta find it, how to actually say it and spell it. Okay. Where it's like literally intentionally is made to like cut off and be short. Like, yeah, they're messing with your biology here. Like they are intentionally messing with your dopamine, okay? So that you're left wanting more. You want to complete the song. It's like, dang, the song cut off right at the chorus, but didn't finish the chorus. Now I'm thinking about the song, but the song isn't finished. So you know what? Just listen to the full song. Like that's what I do, low key. But like now you know why. So like low key, I literally have multiple, and this has been a thing. It's not just for the new kids. We've all had these things stuck in our head. I feel like for older peeps, this is the commercials. Like, I know how many of y'all have been saying 877 cash now. Like literally. Like, or being like the really old ones where it's like, ah, I dropped my croissant. Like, how many of y'all thinking about like those old vines and those old commercials? Okay. Or have been like doing the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man. Like, I feel old, okay? Like, one of my favorites that I feel like is underrated for like what gets stuck in your head is like The Emperor's New Groove. Like everyone does Kronk's monologue, and like I feel offended because that's not the best one to have stuck in your head. Is like Cusco, the poison for Cusco, Cusco's poison. Like that's not the best one. Okay, mine is like the squeak squeaker squeak squeakins, and I never hear anyone do that one. But that one is what sticks in my head from that one. So like there you go. That's mine. As well as like is that the bite of 87? That also as well. Like all of these are going to stay in your head. You're hearing them repeatedly. You're scrolling in their shorts. Also their songs that you're hearing every day. It's kind of makes sense that they're gonna be stuck in there. And you're not alone. We're all in this together. We all got these stuck in our head. We'll make it through. So we made it to the end. We learned new words. And no cap, we did it. Okay, no, I'm done. I'm not. Yep. I'm gonna try to gain whatever little self-respect I have left. Thanks for tuning in this week. Thanks for going through memes. Thanks for the flashbacks with me. And please tune in next week as we'll talk about something else. That'll be fun. We'll learn something. We'll laugh. We'll do something new. Like, comment, and subscribe. Boy.